there, this is Miss Allie. Today I want to share a book with you. It's called Caps for Sale. It's about a peddler, some monkeys, and some monkey business. It is written and illustrated by Esphyr Slobodkina. So here we go. It says, once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like any ordinary peddler. He didn't carry his on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had his own checked hat. Then on the very top, he had a bunch of gray caps, followed by a bunch of brown caps, and then blue caps. And at the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." 50 cents? That's pretty reasonable. Turn the page. One morning, he couldn't sell any caps, so he walked up and down the street calling, "Caps, caps for sale." But nobody wanted to buy any caps that morning, not even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said. And he walked out of town, slowly, so as not to upset those caps. He's holding his balance very straight. He walked for a long time until he came across a great big tree. "That's a nice place to rest," he thought to himself. He sat down very slowly under the tree, and he leaned back a little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hand to feel if they were straight. First he checked his own cap, then he checked the gray caps, then the brown caps, and then the blue caps, and then the red caps at the very top. Should we count them to see how many there are all together? So let's start with the gray. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 caps in all, and including the one he's got on his head, the checked, 17 altogether. He's leaning up against that tree, and there's some flowers growing. It must be spring. There's a couple of leaves, see? He looks very comfy. So they were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a very long time. He's stretching and yawning. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Do you notice something? Something's missing. What can that be? What is missing on top of his head? But before standing up, he felt his head and to make sure they were still there, and he felt his own checked cap. See? He's like, "Okay, here's mine." But then he looked up in the trees, and what do you think he saw? Let's see, what do you think? Oh, you want to see what he saw? Oh my goodness, there's those monkeys the book talked about. And what are those monkeys wearing on their heads? I see some red caps, some gray caps, some blue caps, orange caps. There must be 16 monkeys. Do you remember we counted 16? Let's see what it says. On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Yeah, they each had one. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. Let's see what he tells those monkeys. He said, "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking his finger at them, "give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Z, z, 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 z." Look, you see them pointing their finger at him? They're copying him or mimicking him. Whoa, look at here. Look at the peddler in his arm, his hands. That made the peddler very angry. He shook both hands now and said, "You monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But the monkeys shook both of their hands back at him and said, "Z, z, 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 z." Like this, right? Both hands. Let's see. Uh-oh. Now he felt quite angry. He stomped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped their feet back at him and said, "Z, z, 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 z." Look at his foot right there. And his hands are going like this too. Oh yeah, he was quite angry. Look at his body now. Both of his hands are up and his feet are kind of sprawled out like this. Oh boy. But this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stomped both of his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys stomped both of their feet too and back at him and said, "Z, z, 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 z." What do you think he's going to do? He took off his cap. And I don't see any monkeys on the tree. At last he became so angry, he pulled off his own cap that is, and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. Oh, so he got mad, I guess. Very, very angry, he said. And he took off his own cap and threw it on the ground. What do you think the monkeys are going to do? Let's see if they mimic and do what he is doing. Ta-da! But then each monkey pulled off his cap and let's see if they do what he did. And oh boy, look here. They did. They're copying him. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. Yep, he did. They did what he was doing all the time. So the peddler picked up his cap, and he put them back on his head. First, his own checked cap, remember? That was the first one. He's got his on. Then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. Look, before he did that, though, do you see how he stacked? There's 1, 2, 3 stacks. There's a red one, a gray, and an orange, and the brown, and yep, and the gray and the orange. Very top of his head. There you go. He's got them all on top, and he's back to being very straight, balancing those caps. Let's see. And slowly, slowly, he walked back into town, calling, "Caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." And if you look right here, on the post. It says The End. I hope you enjoyed the book. Thank you for listening. See you next time.